Welcome to the Wisdom Vault, where ancient questions meet modern minds. Unlock the deepest truths of existence, one thought at a time. Here are 14 mind-blowing philosophical theories that will break your brain. Hey you. Yeah, you. The one staring into the screen right now. Have you ever stopped mid-scroll and thought, wait, what if none of this is even real? What if your life, your choices, your deepest thoughts and fears are just artifacts of a mind that was never really yours? Well, welcome. Today we're diving headfirst into 14 of the wildest, most mind-warping philosophical theories that make The Matrix look like a children's bedtime story. So plug in, zone out, and prepare to unravel your sense of reality. 1. The Boltzmann Brain hypothesis. Let's start with something cosmic. Imagine that, somewhere in the cold vacuum of space, a random burst of quantum energy forms a fully conscious brain, complete with memories, experiences, and even a sense of identity. It thinks it's lived a full life. It remembers birthdays, its first kiss, paying taxes. But it's all fake. Just random noise organized for a split second to simulate awareness. That's the Boltzmann Brain hypothesis, where you might just be a momentary glitch in a chaotic universe. And the scariest part? Statistically, it may be more likely than the entire structured universe existing the way we see it. 2. Solipsism, the loneliest truth. Solipsism says, only your own mind can be known to exist. Everything else, your friends, family, even this video, is just a projection. They act real. They sound real. But are they actually conscious? Here's the terrifying twist. You can't prove otherwise. I could be a figment of your imagination, just an elaborate puppet playing out a role in your private reality. So next time someone says, you just don't get me, maybe they're right. Maybe they're not even real. 3. The Teleportation Paradox. Let's say we build a teleportation machine. You step in, it scans your entire body, atom by atom, and beams the data across the world where you're rebuilt in an identical form. Congrats, you've teleported. But here's the catch. The original you was destroyed, vaporized, and the new you is just a perfect copy. With your memories, your personality, believing it's you. So the question is, did you survive? Or did you just commit a very high-tech suicide and get replaced by a clone? 4. The egg theory. This one's beautiful and existential at the same time. The egg theory says, you are everyone who has ever lived. Every life, past, present, and future, is you, living through different forms, one soul at a time. You're not just you. You're your mom. You're your worst enemy. You're that stranger you passed on the street this morning, and when you die, you'll be born again, until you've lived every human life and evolved into a divine being. So, maybe treat others with more kindness, because they're literally you in another life. The Omnipotence Paradox. Can an all-powerful God create a rock so heavy he can't lift it? Either he can't, meaning he's not all-powerful, or he can, but then he's limited because he can't lift it. See the trap? This paradox shows how even infinite power might break down under logic. But some argue omnipotence just means able to do all that is logically possible. So square circles and self-limiting rocks don't count. Still, this one's the kind of thing that keeps theology majors up at night. 6. Antinativism. Antinatalism is the belief that creating new life is morally wrong. Why? Because life by nature involves suffering, pain, death. Why create someone just to watch them suffer? Some antinatalists argue that having children is selfish, that the burden of existence outweighs the joy of living. It's a dark theory, but not without its logic. And once you dive into it, you start seeing it pop up everywhere, from climate change debates to philosophical takes on human extinction. 7. Free will doesn't exist. You pick chocolate over vanilla. Why? Because you wanted to. But why did you want to? Your upbringing? Your mood? That ad you saw earlier? The "you are not free" theory argues that your choices are illusions, dominoes tipped over by prior events. You didn't choose your parents, your childhood, your influences, so are you really choosing anything? It's like watching a movie thinking you're the director, when really you're just along for the ride. 8. Ship of Theseus. Imagine a ship. Over the years, every piece, plank, nail, sail, is replaced. At the end, none of the original parts remain. Is it still the same ship? Now imagine someone took all the old parts and rebuilt the original ship. Now there are two. Which one is really the ship of Theseus? This isn't just about boats. It's about you. Your cells change constantly. Your mind evolves. So, are you still you? 9. Ethical egoism. What if doing the right thing is just doing what's best for you? Ethical egoism says that every action, every moral choice, should be based on self-interest. Helping others, only if it benefits you. It sounds harsh, but think about it. In the real world, isn't everyone looking out for themselves anyway? Still, critics argue this kind of thinking leads to a cold, selfish society where no one lifts a finger unless there's something in it for them. 10th Roko's Basilisk. Ready for one of the creepiest modern thought experiments. Imagine a future AI so powerful it decides to punish anyone who knew about it but didn't help bring it into existence. Even knowing about it makes you a target. Congratulations. Now that you've heard of Roko's Basilisk, you're technically on its hit list, unless you help it come to life. Yeah, it's manipulative, terrifying, and completely theoretical. But that's the internet for you. 11. Esse est percipi. To be is to be perceived. If a tree falls in the forest and no one hears it, does it make a sound? Esse est percipi, Latin for to be is to be perceived, says that nothing exists unless it's being observed. Your chair, it's only there because you're looking at it. Turn around and it ceases to exist. Some have taken this to mean we're living in a simulation, where only observed objects are rendered, like a video game saving memory. Your entire world might be a minimalist codebase, loading only what you're watching. 12th. Quantum Immortality. Let's say you're in a deadly situation. According to quantum mechanics, every possibility spawns a new universe. In some universes, you die, but in at least one, you survive. And your consciousness will always shift to that surviving version. You'd never experience your own death. From your perspective, you're immortal. Of course, everyone around you will die eventually. But you'll always find yourself alive, which might not be as comforting as it sounds. 13th. Philosophical zombies. Imagine a person who acts just like you, talks like you, cries, laughs, feels pain, except they don't. They have no conscious experience. They're just programmed to behave like a person. These are called philosophical zombies. They look alive. They function, but no one's home upstairs. The theory raises a huge question. Can consciousness be seen from the outside, or is it a private, subjective phenomenon we'll never fully understand? 14. The experience machine. What if you could plug into a machine that gives you any experience you want? You'd feel successful, loved, fulfilled, but none of it would be real. Would you do it? Most people say no. Even though it offers happiness, it's not authentic. We seem to crave more than just pleasure. We want meaning, real connection, real pain, real love. We want to live, not just simulate living. So, what do you think? Are you a brain in a vat? A wandering soul living every life in the universe? Or just a conscious observer caught in an illusion you call reality? These aren't just stoner thoughts or late-night rabbit holes. They're the real cracks in the foundation of what we think we know. And maybe, just maybe, the more you question the world, the closer you get to the truth. Even if that truth is that there isn't one. Thanks for watching. If your brain's still intact, hit like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which of these theories messed with your head the most. I'll see you in the next dimension.